On Saturday, March 22nd, we are going to have Totodile Comm Day Classic in Pokemon Go, which is an exciting time because if you did miss Comm Day for Totodile the first time and you don't have a shiny, this is an easy way for you to be able to get it. Not only that, we're going to have quarter egg hatch distance as an event bonus, which is going to come in handy, which gaining some more Stardust, which we all know and love in this game. So welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go. On March 22nd from 2 until 5 p.m., we are talking about Totodile Comm Day. This is going to be a really exciting Comm Day for everybody that doesn't have the shiny. And if you do have the shiny, maybe not so exciting, but there's still event bonuses that are going to go on. So we do have 3-hour incenses. We are going to have 3-hour lure modules. And then finally, we're going to be getting increased shiny Totodile chances, as well as Totodile spawning everywhere, as well as the event bonus, which is 1/4 egg hatch distance. Not my favorite bonus that's out there. Obviously, I would prefer the 3x catch or the 3x Stardust, but it is pretty decent. And then if you are saving up 12-kilometer eggs, as we did mention in this event that's going on in the background, because it's half incubator distance, and everybody's like, well, will the event bonuses stack? More than likely not. It would be cool if they did, but this would mean these eggs are hatching in just a few kilometers, right? Like literally 0.2 kilometers, and you'd be hatching eggs, which would be crazy. But if you do put a 2-kilometer egg in a super incubator, you are going to be doing some insanely fast hatching. Okay, so for this event, I'm going to also put an asterisk that for the event running in the background, there is 7-kilometer eggs that you can hatch that do have shiny chances for Clauncher increased in them, Cursula in there as well as Nickit hatching in there as well. So there is capacity for you to be able to, after you hatch all those 12 kilometers, open a bunch of gifts if you haven't beforehand, and then you can start using that quarter egg hatch distance to blow through those 7-kilometer eggs. Even if you don't really want to use super incubators or regular paid incubators, just want to do infinite, totally cool. If you're efficient, you walk fast and you're after it, you can hatch a bunch. And let's not forget about the attack coming during this day is going to be Hydro Cannon, which will go on to the evolution, which is going to be for Alligator. I love the shiny for Alligator. So let's start talking about some tips. So as I have mentioned multiple times, guys, GoFest is right around the corner. I know it seems like it's a couple months away, but it is not. It's going to be here way faster than you think it is. So let's make sure that we're capitalizing, going through our bag each and every event to clean out Pokemon we don't need, delete old Comm Day shinies that don't really matter. Maybe not too old, because remember, the older the Pokemon is, the higher the chances of it is to go lucky. And then when we have those events where we have lucky boosted Pokemon, you can trade those really old Pokemon and get higher lucky chances on those Pokemon when trading them when you're not trading with a lucky trade, which is always advantageous for me. So I always have specific Pokemon that I have. Let's say I'm going through and I see a bunch of Totodile shinies. I'm going to delete all the newer ones and keep a little bit more of the older ones. In specific, I'm looking for 2020 and older. 2021 is kind of on the brink for me, but eventually the shinies that I have right now will eventually get older as well. And if it's something that it's valuable, then I'll keep it. And if not, then I won't. Not only that, we want to start stocking up on Great and Ultra Balls, maybe not for this Comm Day, but for GoFest. I want to have a few thousand Ultra Balls and Great Balls combination going into GoFest, because man, when I did the Go Tour in Los Angeles, I blew through 2,000 Ultra Balls in a 3-day event. So I want to make sure that when I'm going after this 3-day event in other places and around the world, because I'm going to all the Go Fest this year, I will have that ready to go. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to use these events to take away these Great and Ultra Balls, as opposed to using them during the Comm Day. Will I use some Great Balls? Yes. Ultra Balls? No, unless I get a shiny that I want to catch, and then I might give it a golden Raz and catch it just to guarantee that catch. And so if you guys are going to be hatching eggs, you are going to want 12-kilometer eggs going throughout the week to be able to hatch your egg, battle a rocket leader, and then get that egg in that egg spot without spinning a Pokestop. And by repeating that each and every time you hatch an egg, you will be able to capitalize on all the Stardust. Remember that 12-kilometer eggs yield you in between 70 and 90,000 Stardust usually. It can go under a little bit or over depending on what your luck is. Hopefully it goes over for you, but that is something to consider as well. And then getting onto the event. Where are you going to play this event? Play in a downtown area with a lot of Pokestops, a lot of trainers out there. It's going to help you capitalize the most on what's going on. So if it is a winter weather condition situation, and you're able to play inside and you have a nice tight little amount of Pokestops, you can use a rainy lure module. That will bring out the most Pokemon and the most Pokemon tailored around the Totodile Comm Day. However, if you're walking in a bigger place, maybe around a park area, and it takes you more than 3 minutes to get around that park, you are not going to want to use premium incubators because the extra spawns and the premium cost on those is going to be wasteful. They're not going to be able to be capitalized as you do it. And then also we are going to want to use a Mega Level 3. I am going to suggest that if you guys do have a Water Mega Level 3, in specific Primal Kyogre, that's the best because it's also going to cover Grass and Electric. However, you can use any water type, so all you have to do is type in Mega 3 and sign Water, and then it will show you all the ones that you have. And if you haven't been working on those Mega Level 3s, they're very valuable to have at least, in my opinion, 4 of them. One I usually push all the way to the max, and then the other 3 I only do the Mega Evolutions when it is free, because after you evolve it once, in the first heart, Mega Level 1, it will take the longest, second one will take the less, onto the third one will take the least amount of time. Every 4 days you will be able to do a free Mega Evolution, which will allow you to level it up to get to Mega Level 3, which is where you get the optimal rewards for Candy and XL Candy matching the typing. So now let's talk about the 100% IVs for the Totodile. In the field research, it's going to be catch 3 Totodiles, which is going to be 485 for the level 15 100% IV for the Totodile. So please make sure to remember that number in your mind every single time that you see it. Hopefully you get the hundo. Most importantly, hopefully you guys get the shundo. Comm days are great shundo odd days. Then we're also going to have additional field research tasks that are going to get you potentially background shiny Totodiles. And those are win a 5-star rate or higher, trade a Pokemon, or complete 3 challenges with a party. Those 3 party challenges are relatively easy if you guys do get into parties of 4. I love parties of 4. They're my favorite things to do during Comm days and events, because with parties of 4, you get into that party, you can all share, I believe it's 4 items. By sharing those 4 items, let's say I share 1, everybody in the party shares 1, we're all gonna get an hour worth of star piece by just sharing 1 in a party of 4 if everybody does it. So everybody's gonna have to share the same item, so it capitalizes on the party share. And parties of 2 doesn't really work. Parties of 3 will be a little bit better, but parties of 4 are the most optimal to be able to share. Let's not forget about the research as well that's going on during Totodile Comm Day. So we are gonna have catch a Pokemon for 1,000 XP, catch a Pokemon on 2 different days for a Totodile encounter, catch a Pokemon on 3 days for 1,000 Stardust, on 4 days for a Totodile, catch a Pokemon on 5 days for 5,000 XP, the Totodile and 5,000 Stardust. Some of you guys may be like, this isn't so cool, but it is kind of cool because every time you catch something, you get a reward, or you can potentially get a shiny with a background, and that's always something cool. Remember that collectors out there want them. Even if you're not one, you get something rare and it's going to be valuable to somebody, and you might not mind trading it away, but that also is going to get something for them, and then you could be able to get something valuable in return. So remember, having valuable stuff, even if you don't care about it, is always going to be helpful in getting trade fodder, right? Always going to be worthwhile. And then we're going to have event bundles as well. We're going to get 2 Comm Day bundles for 1,350 coins. You can get 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, 1 Elite Charge TM, and 5 Lucky Eggs. For 480 coins, you can get 30 Ultra Balls, 1 Incense, 3 Super Incubators, and 1 Lore Module. So if you do need any of these things, you might consider buying it, especially the Elite TMs during Comm Days are going to be the time to be able to capitalize. But then also let's talk about the 100% IVs of this Pokemon that are going to be in the wild. Okay, so if it is not rainy weather, it will be level 30 is the highest you can catch the Totodile in the wild, which is going to be a level 30 at 970. Or if it is rainy weather, it's going to get boosted to level 35, and that is going to change the CP to 1,051. So if it is rainy weather, please make sure to look out for that 1,051. The 970 will no longer be the guaranteed 100% IV. It's going to be level 30, but if it is going to match the level 30, it will be 100% IV. But if level 35 is available, 970 is no longer guaranteed. And then what else do we do, guys? Use the skip animation trick. Go out there, use your items. I always use an incense. If you're enjoying the Deep Depths event and you want to play more of it and get those event spawns, remember you can use 8 incenses, and that will allow you to get 24 hours worth of incense for only 8. So even if you go to sleep and you play with it, remember it is going to help you capitalize. And then towards the end of the event, what do we do, guys? Make sure to trade these Pokemon if you want a lucky good one. You want to power it up for half the Stardust. I really value lucky Pokemon. Powering up a Pokemon for 50% reduction in Stardust is a massive win. So if there is one of these ones that you do want to max out, remember, if you catch it in the wild, it's going to be about 500,000 Stardust to max out if it's around level 20. However, if it is going to be a level 20 traded Pokemon, or even if you get all the way up to level 30, now you're looking at even less Stardust to power these Pokemon up. For Alligator, not the most useful Pokemon in the game, definitely not the strongest water type, but it is a cool looking Pokemon and the shiny is fantastic. So guys, that is going to do it for Totodile Comm Day. Get out there, trade these Pokemon, enjoy yourself, catch a lot, incubate your eggs, capitalize on the Stardust, catch up on some shinies if you missed out. Hopefully you guys get the Shundo. Remember, 485 as the 100% IV coming from field research. So thank you guys for being here as always. I love and appreciate you guys. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody take their support, subscription, and participation to Excel. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.